We're going on a quest.
Welcome back, adventurers. How the fuck are ya? Man, oh man, Madden 26 finally here on the Nintendo Switch 2 platform. I have this on the PlayStation 5, but today I'm going to be focusing on the Nintendo Switch 2, mainly because this is like the first time ever Madden anything has been on anything Nintendo Switch 1, Nintendo Switch 2, but it's finally here. We finally have Madden on Nintendo, and I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this game for about like 2 or so months since I've seen that it was going to be coming out. Definitely pre-ordered it. Now I'm able to finally play it. So I'm probably going to do like the first 5 to 10 minutes, just see how the gameplay is, so I can see how it stacks up against next generation systems like the PlayStation 5 or Xbox, whatever you do have. But yeah, so I'm just going to dive right into it. This is my first time opening it, so I'll get to enjoy it for the first time with you guys. And we'll just play like the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll see how it goes, and I'll give my opinion at the end of the game. Alright, let's get started.
In the game.
Welcome to Madden NFL 26. Before you take your first snaps, stop by the accessibility settings. Tweak the game so it's the perfect experience for you, and hit continue when you're all set.
Sorry about that. Had to sign into my Nintendo account, so we're all set up now, ready to rock and roll.
Let's tailor your game to you with a few options. You can come back and change them in the settings menu anytime.
Okay, seems like we have to pick our favorite team. I don't know about you guys, but I'm rocking with the boys in Honolulu Blue, the Detroit Lions. Go Lions. And be sure to comment below who you guys are rooting for this season, who your favorite team is. I'm always open to friendly banter about opposing teams. Why not? And just a little disclaimer, I am by no means an expert at Madden at all. I just like to play it recreationally. Honestly, I might even get cooked by the computer right now, but yeah, I just play recreationally, so I'm just going to pick a couple of settings that I'm familiar with and I'll play with. I like to play on classic sometimes, but then again, sometimes I'll put it on the more advanced placement and strength too as well. So we'll see how this goes. Of course, I'm going to pick my guys, the Detroit Lions, and then for my opposing team, I'll probably just do like random 3 times and see who we come up with. Of course, the New York Jets. I'm actually from New York. My dad's a Jets fan. My boss is a Jets fan. I have a whole bunch of Jets fans in my life, but yeah, I'm actually from New York, even though I'm from New York, do not like the Jets. They absolutely do suck, and I expect nothing less, but you know what? Who knows? They might even cook me too. Like I said, I'm not an expert at this, so we'll see how this goes. And for the next couple of minutes while we do the first quarter, just gonna keep the commentary to a minimum. Really just focusing on the gameplay here, see how it stacks up against, the PS5s, the Xboxes. So we're just gonna get right into it and see how the gameplay is, and I'll give my opinion towards the end of the quarter.
just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And it wasn't that long ago that there were a lot of conversations about whether Jared Goff was truly going to be a frontline starter in the NFL, and he has proven all of those critics wrong. He's taken his game up big notches in the last few years. Now what he needs to do, sustain that success in the regular season come playoff time.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play stopped at its tracks by lineman Fadarian Mathis.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Bates's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field
first thing a coach tells his defense, don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Josh Reynolds, 76 yards. And the Jets have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point up and good by Funk. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Funk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now gone. And the Jets pressure too much as Downey.
And there you have it, folks. The first 5 minutes, well, first quarter, I should say, of Madden 26 on the Nintendo Switch 2 platform. And I'm absolutely getting cooked by the Jets right now. So disappointed in myself. But, I mean, to be fair, I did say that I was not an expert. But anyway, it's not the point. Point is, after playing the first quarter, I must say I am actually really impressed at this game and what they did for this version of Madden 26. You know, comparing it to how PlayStation 5 and Xbox operates, I would say like it's up there. It's obviously not matching it, you know, play for play. Obviously, PlayStation 5 and Xbox is going to be better, but I would say, you know, for this being the first Madden ever on the Nintendo Switch platform in general, like, they did a really good job. Like, it's very visually pleasing. It definitely does look good. And the gameplay is very smooth, too, as well. I'm actually really impressed. I'm at a loss for words how good they made this game. But yeah, if you're watching this video to figure out whether you want to purchase this game or not, I say yes, definitely recommend. Definitely gonna have a good time. I'm looking forward to continuing playing this later this afternoon. Like I said, it just came out today, so there's a lot more that I want to do with this game, but I just wanted to share that first time experience with you guys all, with all of you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. Of course, I have more content like this coming your way. Not only just sports games, but also RPGs and open worlds, which I typically do. But yeah, if you already played this game too, feel free to comment below and let me know what your thoughts were, if you liked it, what you didn't like about it, and kind of start a discussion on it. Until next time.
We're going on a quest.